Morning. It's 6:30 on Saturday, 6:30 in the morning. We're going to the gym early because we're going to my grandparents. We usually go to the 9 o'clock at 45 every single Saturday, but that would be too late in the day. We're gonna do legs, so I'm gonna film my whole leg workout for you guys. Finally, I'm just grabbing some pre-workout right now because the girl's like exhausted. So I've got my little Alani Nu shaker, which I'll probably talk about later. And this is the pre-workout I'm gonna use. It's called Arctic White. I don't really know how to describe it. It kind of just tastes like candy, I guess, like a sour candy. What I like about all the Alani Nu supplements, I've tried every single flavor. I have finished multiple tubs of them, just to let you know. So like, this is not like my first time trying them or whatever. I've been using them for months and months and months. But so what I really like about these is all the flavors are like sour. I found with my like last supplement brand, everything was like overly sweet, like really sweetened, and I told you guys I never liked any of their pre-workouts, but these, so good. Like even the berry flavor is like sour. It tastes like candy. Like everything tastes like candy. It's so good. So good. And you don't get like tons of jitters from this pre-workout. There's still a little bit of beta alanine, but not like a ton. And outfit, wearing the new Alpha Elite bras. This is the size small, and then these are size small Revival leggings, my OGs. Yeah, my arm is tired. Oh, I feel like this kept going out of focus, so I'm sorry. Also, wow, my tan is completely gone, so that's fun. I love that for me.
They say into your early life, romance came, and it.
How you doing? Are you sleepy? Are you matching me?
Didn't know you were wearing that.
And it came, and it came, and it came, and it came.
Hey guys, we're just doing extensive warm-ups. We literally warm up for like 20 to 30 minutes. We use resistance bands, we stretch our legs out, do leg swings, everything. If you guys want like a separate video of how I warm up before leg day or before upper body day, let me know because it's pretty extensive, so I'm not gonna put it in this video. Also, if you're wondering, I'm gonna be wearing this knee brace. This is just because my knee has been bothering me. I hurt my patellar. This puts pressure on it so that it doesn't hurt as much when I'm doing squatting movements. So definitely go to your doctor. Like, don't, if your knee hurts, don't just put this brace on, because I got it from a physiotherapist. So yeah, if you're wondering what that is.
Yeah.
It's fun. Just one of her ab workouts.
My abs were so sore after that for days. I'm usually not like a gym loser who does their aminos in the middle of the gym. I usually do this at home. Don't judge me. I actually look like I'm dying. It's fine. Okay, we're gonna start with front squats, and we're gonna go pretty light today just because my knee, and we've been working out really hard all week, so it's gonna be kind of a lighter workout, but we always start with compound movements. So today our compound movement is gonna be front squats. You can do back squats if you want. I just find with my knee, front squats feel a little bit better because I can sit back into it. Or you can do like deadlifts, hip thrusts. We might do hip thrusts after, I don't know. We're gonna go pretty light, use bands so that we can get some adduction work in there. Yeah. Do a couple warm-up sets, and then we're gonna do 4 working sets. Hey guys, so as I mentioned, I like to start every workout with a compound movement. So I try to do squats and deadlifts both once a week. So I do only train legs twice a week, sometimes only once a week, honestly, now that I've been doing F45 more. But I don't do it any more than that. If I train legs more than that, that's how I get injured. That's how I hurt my knee. So that does not work for me. It might work for you, but 2 times is more than enough for me. You need to give your muscles enough time to recover, because that is how you build muscle. So here I'm just doing front squats, and the reason I was doing front squats today, as I mentioned, is because it feels better in my knee to have the weight loaded on the front. The difference between front squats and back squats is just where the load is placed. So for back squats, you have the weight obviously on your back. With front squats, you're holding the bar on your chest and shoulders, so the weight is more near the front. I find I can just keep my chest up more. I'm not leaning forwards too far. I'm not going as deep as I usually do when I do do squats, but that's just to protect my knee at the moment. And I did decide to use a resistance band for a couple of my warm-up sets. This was just to help activate my glutes a little bit more. I actually stopped using resistance bands for over a year. I just found they weren't really doing much for me. But ever since I hurt my knee, again, I've been trying to incorporate more abduction movements to strengthen the top of my glutes. So I find using a resistance band helps a lot with that. As you can see here, I am going super light. I was decently strong at back squats before my knee injury, which I'm sorry I keep bringing up, but it's relevant. I do also find that I've always just been a lot stronger at back squats. My front squats have always been kind of weak. I just think my core isn't quite strong enough. So if you start to feeling pain in your lower back, your core probably isn't strong enough. You're not holding the bar properly. Definitely try to strengthen your core and lower the weight because you really don't want to hurt your back. Sometimes I feel like a little twinge in my back when I'm doing front squats, and that's when I know, okay, I need to stop. I need to lower the weight. Do not want to hurt myself. Okay, I only did 3 sets of squats, but they just feel weird today. My upper body feels like really tight. I'm just going to switch to hip thrust now as my next compound movement. Haven't done hip thrust in a long time because they were also bothering my knee. I just threw 45s on there, so we should see how this goes. I didn't bring my barbell hip pad. I just got one from Amazon, but I forgot in my house, so that's useless. But I have this little like blue foam thing. Hopefully that'll work. So here's my setup for hip thrusts. I just have a bench behind me, then I have the barbell with the plates on it, and then this is how I get into position. I know sometimes people are a little bit nervous to do hip thrusts because it's kind of a lot of setup, but honestly it is so worth it. Hip thrusts are so good for your glutes. So as I mentioned, I did forget my barbell pad at home, but I actually really liked this little blue foam thing. It was a lot thicker than my barbell pad, and I found it just felt a lot nicer on my hips, so I might just start using this instead, honestly. Take note of my tempo here. So as you can see, I thrust up very quickly and then I pause at the top and then slowly lower. I just find this works best for me. You're actually going to get the most engagement when you're at the top of the movement and during the negative. So you want to make sure you're taking those slow, keeping it controlled, not rushing through the movements. When you're pausing at the top of the hip thrust, imagine thrusting your hips back towards the wall behind you. So you really want to tuck your glutes in and really squeeze at the top and keep your core very straight and tight. Don't let your back like arch or curve. I like to keep my toes slightly pointed out, and then I keep my feet a little bit further than shoulder width apart. Okay, that actually felt great. I'm not talking to you. Okay, I can't with this autofocus. I'm sorry, for sit down videos, I've started taking it off autofocus, but for like in the gym, I feel like I need autofocus on. I don't know. That felt great. I'm gonna wait for him to finish his last set, then we're gonna do this together. I'm out of breath. And Superset it with something, so now we're gonna do some sliding lunges, Superset with the hip thrust. I just got these from my FabFitFun box, and they're fantastic. They slide perfectly. We're gonna use this floor to slide on. You can use mats too, but... So first of all, a superset is 2 workouts that you perform back to back. So I would do hip thrust and then go straight into these lunges right away without resting. And then once I've done the hip thrusts and lunges on both legs, then I would rest. Do not underestimate these lunges. This may look easy, but these are brutal. They really, really work that glute, this leg that I'm standing on. The foot that's standing on the slider, that leg should be doing nothing. All that leg is doing is just kind of hanging out there. Your other leg is the leg that you're going to be doing all the work with. So lunge back as far as you can. You don't have to go all the way down into a full lunge if you can't quite do that yet, but you really want to focus on using your glute to bring yourself back up. If you push through your toes, you're going to get more quad action, so try to push with your heel as you're standing up. If you don't have sliders or your gym doesn't have sliders, just use a towel, fold it up into a little square, and it should slide just as well. So you don't need to go buy anything, just test it out using a towel and see how you like this movement. Now, you might not be able to hold a plate right away. I'm just holding a plate to my chest. Definitely just try using no weight, because honestly, this will burn no matter what. You can also try putting a barbell on your back if you're more advanced. I still have not done that yet, but my boyfriend does do it with the barbell on his back. Yeah, no, can't relate, but so just give it a try. Try out a few variations and see what you can handle. Next superset is we're gonna stand on these 2 benches. If you don't have benches, just do it on the floor. It works just as well. And then we're gonna take these kettlebells and you do like a squat straight into a deadlift. You'll see. And then we're gonna superset that with ball hamstring curls. You just like put your feet on the ball and do hamstring curls. It's like a body weight thing, but it kills. So as I mentioned, you definitely don't need to use these benches. You can simply just stand on the floor. I was a little bit tight, so I found my range of motion really wasn't that deep anyway. I probably didn't need to use the benches, but oh well, they're there anyways, just in case you want to use them. So for this movement, I like to do a squat and then kind of come almost all the way up and then go straight into a deadlift. I don't like to do the full squat right to the top. I just like to do my squat, come almost all the way out of it, and then go right into my straight leg deadlift. And then I squeeze really hard at the top after my deadlift. Make sure you keep your chest up and don't let your shoulders roll forward or your chest cave in. You really want to like puff your chest out almost as you do this. Also, if you don't have access to a kettlebell, you can totally just use a dumbbell. Just hold on to the side of the dumbbell and then do the same movement. These hamstring curls might look easy, but these are so hard. Well, they're not like hard to do, but they burn. Like these kill me. So make sure that you're keeping your body straight, your core tight, and keep your hips up. You don't want your bum to drop. You really want to keep it up in almost like a hip thrust position and then curl the ball just using your hamstring muscles. As you can see, I have my hands flat on the floor beside me. This is to help me balance so that I don't swing from side to side as I'm curling the ball in. And then the only other part of my body that's going to be touching the ground is my head and then my upper back and the back of my shoulders. So you don't want, when you come down from the hamstring curl, you don't want your whole back to touch the ground or anything. You want to keep that off the ground at all times. Okay, for the final superset of the day, I'm going to do kettlebell 1 leg straight leg deadlifts, superset with step ups on this box. So I'll probably do like 1 leg at a time. So do like 8 of one thing, then 8 on the same leg. Does that make sense? Like do everything on my left leg, then everything on my right leg. So I think I'm gonna do 8 and 8 and see how that feels. I'll do step up first and then the straight leg deadlift after. I kind of have like a love-hate relationship with step ups. I honestly don't really like them that much. I find they're like hard. They hurt, but you have to do the things that you're bad at if you want to improve at them. You can't just avoid things. So I've been trying to incorporate them a little bit more. So I find what helps best, you really want to focus on pushing with your heel as you stand up and try not to let your knee go too far forwards, because if your knee goes really far over your toe, you're going to be pushing with your toes and then using more quads. So if you're trying to engage your glutes, you really want to push up with your heel. Also, if you're wondering what Joey's doing in the background, he's just working on some balance and some smaller stabilization muscles. Okay, so after I did the step ups, I went right into the straight leg deadlifts using that same leg. And you can hold on to something here, but I decided to just place my other foot lightly on the ground. So I literally just put like the edge of my toe on the ground and use that just for balance, because you want all of the weight to be on your working leg. Now I find these really kill my glutes. They're just so good. I like to keep a slight bend in my knee, so it's more of a Romanian 1 leg deadlift for me. But you can do a straight leg deadlift, so this would be you just keep your leg a little bit straighter. Yep, clearly struggling here. After doing it all on one side, it really does burn. So then I moved on to do the other side. So I did the exact same thing. I did end up doing 8 reps of the step ups and then 10 reps of the straight leg / Romanian deadlifts. P.S. I do get a lot of questions about what shoes I wear in leg day, and these are my designated leg day shoes. These are from Iron Tanks. I like them because they have a very flat sole, which is perfect for any leg day movements that you're going to be doing. And that is actually everything we did for this workout. So this was definitely a little bit of a lighter workout, more accessory movements, but I think it went pretty well. We didn't really plan ahead. We just kind of went with the flow. I do suggest going to the gym with a plan. Possibly a new workout guide might be coming out soon. Oh my God, that was not an official announcement. That was just a maybe. I don't know. Hope you guys enjoyed this workout. Let me know if you try it, and I'll see you in the next one.